All right, so the focus now will be shifting to the BJP, because now what is being said, the special session that was actually called in has now been called off because it is the Chief Minister who has now stepped down from his post. The MVA Sarkar has now fallen, and the special session that was called by the governor himself for today between 11 to 5, where the floor test was to be conducted, it has now been called off. Now it becomes redundant in a way. So there is no need for a special session. The special session has been postponed, and the floor test that was scheduled to take place has now become redundant. With the floor test is actually to test the majority of the incumbent government when it comes to a clout, and the governor feels that there is need that the government must establish with its majority. But the Chief Minister now stepping down, Deepak, the floor test now becomes redundant, so has been called off the special session.
What do you check?
Deepak. We're just trying to reconnect that line with Deepak, but at this point, if you can hear me still, Deepak, because we're trying to reconnect the line with you, it becomes redundant as far as the floor test now is concerned, because the Chief Minister has stepped down and the MVA Sarkar has fallen.
Yes. Now, of course, there's no need of a floor test at this point in time because, you have the Chief Minister who's, of course, resigned. Now, like I mentioned, does Uddhav have another last ace up his sleeve? That's the question. He may have resigned at this point in time. He's been making emotional appeals after emotional appeals for the last few days. Yesterday, of course, in the cabinet meet as well, he took pictures with the staff there. He thanked them for their services. A lot of gestures have, of course, been coming in as far as, from his end is concerned. Now, post his resignation, officially there's no need of a floor test. But, now for, of course, the Shinde and the Fadnavis camp to come together, it is, of course, not going to be very, very smooth. But, of course, there has been a lot of extensive planning, we've been told, that has been going on for some time to ensure that there are no glitches of sorts. But are there still any sort of MLAs who will probably remain loyal to, Uddhav Thackeray is the question. With 39, of course, pulling out and even probably expected to go to the Election Commission and say that they are the original Shiv Sena, this is, of course, a big setback for the political career itself of Uddhav Thackeray. So how is he going to deal with that scenario? Is he just going to let the Sena slip away from his hands, or is he going to do something about it towards the end? And if that does happen, of course, then they can in fact question the numbers that Fadnavis or Shinde together really have to form the government and to prove their majority in the House. So while, of course, Uddhav Thackeray has resigned and there is no immediate need of a floor test.
15-minute address to the state, he also took a swipe at the governor, saying that he wants to thank the governor for upholding the values of democracy, because within 24 hours of receiving a letter for a floor test, the governor gave directions for it. And thereafter, he said that I'm putting down my papers. For the moment, thank you very much, Deepak. We'll come back to you. You're watching the Morning News Hour. We'll be back.